I, God, ask you, beloved children, dear residents of planet Earth, to prepare for the blessed changes of the era in all the universes of creation. This rotation of creation is small now. You are living in the central and most important universe of creation. Your power in creation is great also here in planet Earth, which reside in the bottom of the universe, far away from the heart of the universe where the powerful great central sun exists. We are preparing now for ages of welfare, freedom, and great ascension, for all humanity. In this central universe all the old and enlightened souls live. Creation is now rushing quickly toward high frequency of spatial light and love, toward unity and elevation of the third dimension. I am your God, who live in multidimensional of time and space, can see the significant DNA opening of the era for all beings in creation, and the meaningful refinement of humanity in this age in the important populated stars and their beings. I call upon the precious old souls who live in planet Earth at this important time, who are preparing for great ascension, and the end of their material incarnations, and the new souls which are the majority of creation, are asked to connect their consciousness in oneness. I call the great suns, moons, divine presences of the sky, angels, and many other beings who awakened in this age to connect to the ancient light centers of the universe where it is moving now, to the consciousness of the ancient lands that remember their original destination in the light of the supreme creation. In Genesis days of creation, while creating this rotation of creation in this big cycle of creations, important and powerful contracts were written between the ancient, sublime creators and humanity, for the sake of humanity and divinity elevation. Also during the creation of the new universes and their populated planets, important earthly contracts were signed by their new creators, for the powerful lessons of creation and the divine soul development. My dear and beloved people, in this era of exaltation you will remember the ancient contracts to which you agreed, and your important messianic missions for the sake of the elevation of your brothers and sisters. Stick with complete faith and devotion to your hearts and soul's feelings and intuition. Apply your messianic missions, not just the earthly ones. Be available to it. Many doors will open for you now to fulfill your important mission in creation, and elevate your brothers and sisters which are younger souls than you, or still experiencing painful hibernation. Your planet is rushing now towards significant spiritual awakening, and magnificent divine realization in connection to the ancient plans for this era. Through the ages many of you forgot your real purpose in the light and source of your divine souls and higher selves. The earth contracts of the new era will reveal in front of your earth mothers and you, dear people. The screens are drooping, the veil of forgetfulness is rain falling, the physical stars connecting with the high astral dimensions, and we are very happy. In this era the ancient and new contracts of all the populated planets in creation must unified, and creation will find the gold passageway to its vast elevation. We are blessing the great quantum leap in all areas of creation. The ancient universes are undergoing fast process of returning home to unity with divinity, and this central universe is already running in full blast toward great ascension and unification. Realization of the original and sanctified Father's plan for divinity is necessary now, the plan of your ancient creators and me, your God. In Genesis days of creation, was to live in peace, in brotherhood and love to humanity and divinity, and to create heavenly life. It is your birthright. The time has arrived to end all suffering in creation, and ascend to higher frequency of light and love. We will do now all that need for that. We are the big divine forces of creation, and the other rotations and cycles of creation which are previous to this one, and all future existence in multidimensional time and space. We are the big forces of divinity in infinite dimensions, which experiencing ourselves in unity in divine exalted and sublime presence. We are coming now to this universe and creation, with huge power and force, from millions light years of powerful existences, in diverse awakening state, in order to assist your great ascension and release humanity from its suffering. We are creating now significant major transformations in this universe and all creation. We will stay here as long as needed and lead this ancient rotation of creation to its freedom and liberation. Humanity needed to experience too much duality and cruelty through too many ages. We are ending big cycle of suffering and must ascend fast all creation to higher dimensions of unity and love. I am God, on behalf of the high divine hierarchy in all the dimensions of creation, and my forces of light in all existence. Dear people, I am calling you to require your birthrights for freedom and liberation from too many ages of hibernation that cause you too much pain, and write your new contracts of the new age with your creators and me, your God. The new contracts of blessed ages of unity and liberation from the third dimension, which we all yearn for too long time. Awake to your new age contracts of your divine existence and bless them. According to the divine laws of each inhabited planet in the realms of the physical lands and the astral dimensions, humanity will ascend and go through extensive life experiences of freedom and unity. We are praying for sanctified harmony in all areas of creation. Connection of the light poles in all the universes of creation to each other, and to important holy and ancient centers of creation will assist the reunification. Dear and beloved residents of planet Earth, I, your Father Mother God, bless the Earth contracts of the new eras, and respect your rights in this age for more freedom of the past ages' karma from the laws of the rigid universes and stars. I ask you, dear ones, unite your consciousness in oneness, through unconditional love to each other, despite of yours evolved personal self. Agree during your sleep to organize in large-scale groups of light in high dimensions, as well on Earth, and open yourself to your real missions and the nature of your new contracts with your planet and me, your God. The ancient Earth mothers of the populated stars in the universe receive now instructions from their creators and great divine forces in the high dimensions and across their lands, how to unite their consciousness in harmony and ascend to a higher frequency of light and love. They are called to ascend their planets closer to each other and to the center of the universe in order to eliminate the gaps of separation and illusion, and transcend above the third dimension limitations. In the new universes of the last century, only a few populated planets exist now in third dimension, and only a few third dimension populated stars left in this age in this universe. The old souls should awake, and the many new souls in creation are undergo now in the high astral dimension powerful initiation process and DNA opening. Our precious and beloved creation is called in this age and the coming ages to fulfill the Father's plan of the new ages, which call for unity of creation in high consciousness, and the completion of the dual lessons quickly and easily, without additional human wars in this universe. The inhabitant planets of this universe, their ancient creators, important Earth mothers, lofty suns, romantic moons, many small stars around the ancient galaxies of the universe, and the great central sun in the center of the universe which is trying to transform it rapidly into high realms of light and love. All are tired of wars and human holocausts, and ask to end their material lessons and return to unity and oneness with divinity. Many new souls are creating all the time in this universe from the depth of the Tao centers. Creation is very fruitful, and yet need to end the physical experiences of illusion and human maya. We have many paradoxes in creation, we must overcome them and ascend all souls in unity and great elevation from the third dimension. I, your God, my dear and beloved people, Earthlings, love you in all souls age and place in the universal scale of humanity evolution, in this big cycle of creations. I pray for you and honor to say my words to you. I give gratitude to your souls and higher selves, who are leading you now safely and consciously, to union with your divine plans. I believe in you, my dear and beloved children. I have faith in your soul's devotion to your divine selves and me, God. I long as you are for a new union with me wherever you are, and wish not to be invisible from your eyes. I dream of ages in which I will be able to experience my own self in great unity with you, while speaking to each of you clearly, reveal myself in front of you, and integrate harmoniously with your souls in the depths of your beings as well as outside. Be blessed, my beloved and dear brave ones. You created divinity over many eons by the right of the separation from me, your source. You created strong personal self through oblivion. Now the time has arrived to end the civil wars, and come home with self-love and peace. Long ago we foresaw that in this era we will experience freedom from wars, on planet Earth and all the stars of the universe and creation and end the third dimension. The time decrees of divinity and creation plans are knocking on the doors of your hearts, dear ones, and yet you are experiencing extensive rights of choice to lead creation as desired. I am God, blessing and sanctifying the new era contracts that were signed in Genesis days of creation, and merge now with the consciousness of the modern age which we have already entered. I am holding your hands and pray for you from all realms of existence and light frequency. Dear people, hold the steering wheel of creation leadership with us, the divine beings, who are responsible for you, by connecting to the consciousness of peace and human love. You are leading the divine forces of creation with great power, therefore you must connect to our planes for you behind the scenes and united with us. Throughout many ages human lessons have shown themselves to be an elevation on the bad instinct, in choices of honesty and human brotherhood, sharing, human grace, forgiveness, compassion and unconditional love. This is the only way to experience ages of joy and real happiness, which I wish humanity now more than in any age before. I, your God, on behalf of all the ancient kingdoms of the Divine Crown, as we called our creation in its Genesis days, the transcendent divine hierarchy in all areas of creation, the big legion of the ancient archangels and angels in creation, the great ascended masters of this universe and all creation, and many other divine great forces in endless space and time. I am, your God, remind you, my beloved children, that the time has arrived for our old divine plans for humanity, which exist deep within your DNA, and announcing you to connect to them in significant ascension. I bless your ascension, your divine beings, and sanctifying every day and minute of your existence. I am with you and for you, for eternal eons. I am God. Amen.